So here we go. Introducing Okatsu Yuta.
It's Daddy Yuta.
I'm not calling you that shit. Don't be shy. They've been waiting for you. Okay then, let's do it. What the What is this melody?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's the word? What's the word? It's been a while, it's been a minute since I recorded some Phantom Parade, but we're here with Yuta, Blue Yuta, I think it's one of the anniversary units that dropped a while ago. I was able to summon for him and I got him. Just one dupe, no A1 or A2 or anything, just Yuta like that. But even just getting him was a blessing because I only had about 9 summons and I got him on like the second to last summon. But awesome unit. Yes, I know I probably should have waited until more anniversary units came out, but I'm not really too worried about it because they did skip a unit, that being Red Jogo, that hasn't been released on global as yet, and they do this from time to time. They would skip units for global just to get onto the better units, but I thought Yuta was worth summoning for, and also I didn't get a chance to get the Red Yuta, so I might as well try my hand at the blue one, and like I said, I got him. So let's just try to go over his kit really fast. He is a complex unit, that being his skills would change after certain conditions are met. In this case, Yuta's skills would change after he uses ultimate. That would activate the Rika Orimoto state. So this is before change, because skill 1, let me not try to call his name, just say skill 1 deals melee attack damage to target equal to 130% of physical damage. So yeah, Yuta is a physical attacker before he uses his ultimate. After his ultimate, he becomes a Jujutsu user. When self is in Rika Orimoto state, the skill effect changes to why are you getting in the way. So fairly straightforward. Why are you getting in the way? When in the Rika Orimoto state, applies 100% break damage to yourself for 1 turn. Deals range attack damage to 284.70 curse technique to the target enemies. Also applies stop to the target enemies 2 turns, once, chance 25%. I'm not really sure what this stop does. If I'm quite honest, I've gotten it activated once or twice, but didn't really do anything to the opponent. So on to skill 2. This is a buffing skill. You see all the buffs there, 29.40% to your physical technique, as well as the crit rate and damage taken decrease. So you are buffing your defenses as well as your physical technique. When in the Rika Orimoto state, it changes as well, like most things. It consumes 70 in the Rika Orimoto state to give you a buff, I think, of curse technique. A good buff is like 60 something percent. Hold on, let me just read. Oh, it's actually 76.42%. Sorry, I wasn't looking. So yeah, it costs that much to buff yourself for, I think, 5 turns. Yep, 5 turns, and recover 60 ultimate gear. So a lot of curse energy taken, but this unit has a lot of curse energy. So you would hardly notice the 70. Well, you would notice it, but trust me, it's worth it. From the testing that I've done. Okay. Or you also get 55% crit resist decrease to the enemy. So the enemy, you hit crits on the enemy easier basically. Then skill 3, it hits 3 times, and as you can see, it has a lot of conditions. When the target is formidable foe, as effect applies break damage 18.86%. Not a formidable foe, applies 18.86 damage taken increase to the enemy. And then at the end of the skill, use a physical technique increase for 3 turns, and when in Rika Orimoto state, it changes. So in this state, deals range attack to 887.67% of curse technique. That's a lot, and it gives you 3 hits. When the target includes a formidable foe, apply extra effect 46% break damage. So that's like the stronger ones. Like right now we have Ghetto, I think. He's considered a formidable foe, so for him the break damage taken increase. So when you hit him, you do more break damage basically. If it's not a formidable foe, applies the extra effect, damage taken increase. So even if it's not a formidable foe, you still get him debuffs on the enemy. And then at the end of the skill, ups a crit. And then for his ult, this skill doesn't change. Even after you're in the Rico Orimoto state. So it deals range attack damage 1800 cursed energy. That's insane. And it hits 3 times. When in Rico, so after this you go into the Rico Orimoto state, and then you get curse technique increased by 70%, 100% break damage that increase. Sorry, I thought I saw break damage there. That effect activates when the target is broke. Okay, so you would only get that when you break the target. There's no darkness. That's awesome. So when you're in this state, darkness doesn't affect you, and you recover 10 cursed energy. And when after you come out of this state, so that is if you don't, you get your ultimate pretty quick with this character. So if you do not use your ultimate right after, and you go back into this state where you just use the physical attacks, you get back HP, which you get 20%. So that's basically it for his kit. I have him leveled up right now because if it's one thing I have resources. I was doing my daily. Oh, the auto skills, I almost forgot. So do not bully Yuta. It applies counter attack to him. Essentially, when hit by melee attacks once per turn, activates with a certain chance. So there's a certain chance for it to pop. Deals melee attack damage equal to 300%. Okay, I didn't know how much percentage it was. Applies to self 5% HP and 10% cursed energy. So when this pops, you get cursed energy and HP. Wow. So you get 5% ultimate gauge at the start of each turn. Lower the HP at the start of the higher the increase amount. So if you go, this is only useful if you like going to waves and stuff. And then the other one, if you land a crit, your crit rate increases, and the crit damage you deal will increase for 4 turns each, and you get ultimate gauge, 110 ultimate gauge. So that's it for his skill. So let's just get right into the showcase. It's a long intro, but we have to go over everything. Let's go. Guys, so I'm here. So I decided I'm gonna do the Curse Spirit cleanup to showcase Yuta. Reason being, the EX stage that I was planning to do it on, it would have been a bit too easy for him, as well as the one in the Vicarious experience right now is extremely hard, and I don't think I could beat that one. So I'm just gonna use this as a little bit of a mid ground. I don't think I'm gonna try any illusory tower stages either. Just gonna use this one for now, because blue stages in the illusory tower are few and far between. The last one I remember is the one that is like perpetual darkness, and that would just be annoying. So gonna just do this one, maybe fight it twice to see if we get a different sort of reaction or anything in terms of how much damage we do and such. So let's go. Let's see you try the hard one. This is the first time I'm doing it. Wait, no, wrong attribute. I had it pull up and everything. So which one is type advantage blue? Not this one. Not that one. So this one. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna be using this team, standard stuff. I am using this recollection on Yuta because, like I said, he starts physical and then goes into curse technique. So even though you might want to just keep him in the curse technique just in case we need some firepower for the physical attributes while he's in this state. And now that I'm talking, I want to change it. Honestly, non-standard. Does non-standard buff? Let's go non-standard. Because he already has a self-buffing skill for the physical part of himself. So let's go. Just gonna buff twice, self buff with Sukuna, and then buff with Yuta. Nice, good damage. Okay, that did nothing. Continue buffing. Should I debuff? Yeah, let's debuff here, and then continue self buffing, and then we can skill tree with Yuta. See how much damage we get though. Nice, rank 2. This should bring us right into rank 3. Oh nope, Yuta is not that strong, so we don't go to rank 3. So okay, we buff again, self buff. I don't know how much this would do from Sukuna. Let's go. Let's use that, and then I want to buff again with Yuta because that damage was not promising. Look at that damage by Sukuna. And it's not the Sukuna showcase, so I need to showcase Yuta. Okay, so we buff, self buff, and we're just gonna skill 1 to conserve curse energy. Alright, rank 4, turn 4. Well, it's gonna change to turn 5, so yep. Buff, debuff, continue buffing. Just gonna skill 1. Need to conserve as much curse energy as we can. Okay, so you have our ult now. Gonna pop that. You have 3 ults to use, but we're only gonna use 2. Sukuna into Yuta. Good damage, Sukuna. Let's see how much Yuta does. That's good damage as well. I like the break damage more so than the actual damage, but I think if I had him dupe 1, that would have been way better for me, but beggars cannot be choosers. Okay, so he increases damage that he's doing. So I'm gonna debuff again, debuff. Okay, so I'm gonna buff myself with Yuta. 5 turns, we got 5 turns, so that all the debuffs should be doing some good damage afterwards. Turn 8 does not look good, but regardless, we chug along. Do we want to heal? Not yet. Let's go for Sukuna's skill 3, and then skill 3 with Yuta as well. Good damage. Oh, that was nice damage as well. Okay, so continue. I am gonna ult with. Do I need to ult? No, I don't need to drop his ultimate because he's about to break, and when turn 7 hits, he resets. So let's just continue. And I'm gonna skill 1 with Yuta. Nice, so we break. And we got Yuta's ultimate again. That's sick, but I am not gonna pop it due to the fact that he's gonna reset. So I'm just gonna skill 3. Good damage by Sukuna. Nice. Okay, so we're at rank 7, turn 11. Not too bad. We can make it to to 8, I think. I am gonna buff with Sukuna, and then do I wait? I'm gonna wait for Yuta's whatchamacallit, recollection bit to go again. Nice job, Sukuna, buff yourself. Ultimate Dage decrease. That's a bit annoying, but we'll work with it. Continue. I'm gonna use invisible slashes and then alt with Yuta. So we double alt. Let's see where we get. That ultimate is so strong. It's doing consistently good damage no matter how high up the ranks we go. Good shit, Sukuna. I think now is the time to fire off the ult with Boom Girl. I keep forgetting her name. It's not Miwa. Miwa is the one with the katana. Got a skill tree with Yuta. What's her name? Momo. Yes, Momo. Because at this point, after rank 7, he's gonna continue getting ultimate heal, so we're not gonna reset it again, so might as well just fire that off. Continue skill 2 in with Sukuna, and now I'm gonna skill 3 with Yuta. Okay, rank 8, nice. Alright, so Sukuna has his ult. Debuff, fire this bad boy off again. A skill tree again. You have the cursed energy for it. Wonder if we could get a break here. Nice damage, Sukuna, nice damage. Now we don't get the break. That's fine. We're not seeing the counter attack status because this guy isn't using melee attacks, so debuff, and then we hit him again. Just constantly using that skill tree to get break damage. Nice. Can we make it to 8? It's looking like it. Let's see what we can do. Debuff into Sukuna skill tree. One more skill tree from Yuta, and let's see where we get with this. I think we make it to rank 9. Hopefully we do. And we do. Nice. We make it to rank 9. Nice, Yuta. Good shit. Good shit. So let's see how much damage. Sukuna did more damage than Yuta. Well, that's to be expected. One of them is higher level as well as being duped once. Sukuna is, but Sukuna did 23 in all and Yuta did 9. 19 million is not bad damage, and 3 million isn't the worst in the world off of a one turn ultimate. But I'm not super psyched or anything about this unit, but I'm very grateful that I was able to pull him. I really like the aesthetic. The art is awesome, the animations are great, but as a DPS, as a blue DPS, I think he's one of the better ones, yeah, but is he on Sukuna's level or even Blue Gojo? Well, I can get more damage off of Blue Gojo because he's duped 5, but I really do think if I was able to dupe him even once, that the damage would be a lot higher. But either way, that's gonna be the showcase. I'm not gonna bother doing a second round of this. I think the damage shows for itself. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. And with that, I am gonna leave. Good night and goodbye. Bang. Deuces.